Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, Happy New Year! 2023 is finally here. 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Well, as you can see, the rotation box is empty. And it's time to start a new drawer. This is the rotation box. All the other knives have been empty out of it. There's Juno. She's joining us. That's my girl. That's my JoJo. Want to say hi to everybody for 2023, sweetie? Is that what you're doing? Want to say hi to everybody? Huh? That's my girl. She had a good Christmas and a good New Year. She's been eating good all week. Huh? You've been eating tuna, huh? You've been feasting on tuna. And Auntie Aaron gave you some tuna flakes. You love those. Yeah, you do. Your belly full? Belly's full? That's my sweetie. All right, people. Well, what we got going on here is that we're gonna start a new year, and we got one to start it off with. This is an eBay purchase. And so, we're going to go ahead and get busy with this one. Doing the unboxing today is my favorite EDC from last year. EDC Everyday Work Knife. This is my Demco knives are my two favorites. Nicely wrapped. This is an eBay purchase. Let's see how we can get this out of here. Probably can just slide it out. There we go. Okay, what we got here? That's right, we're starting off the year with a Kaiser. Today is January 1st, 2023. Starting off with a Kaiser. .9" Big Lighter XL. Black blade, black stonewash blade, and a gray micarta, black gray micarta. Got a really good deal on this one. eBay purchase. Let's check it out though, because with the eBay purchase, you never know. You never know. You always want to check things out. Looks like my screws, like I'm missing the pivot and the plunger. The pivot and the plunger are my screw packet. But that's okay, because I don't need them anyway. As long as the knife is okay, that's what I really worry about. This knife's going to be a user knife. It's not a collector. It's going to be a user, people. Perfectly centered. Looks brand new too. Doesn't look used. The person was just opened up the box, but he never used it. Oh, nice detent on this one. This one's got a nice detent. No button stick. A little tiny bit of button stick. A little bit. Can you hear it? Yeah, a little bit of button stick. That's probably the reason why he wanted to sell it. A lot of times when you get things on eBay, people buy stuff instead of returning it, they just resell it. I bet you didn't like the button stick. No matter if he's had it apart. But we're going to take it apart. And the reason why we're going to take it apart, because this was last year's knife, so this one gets retired for this year. So this is going to be the last time you see this one for a long time. This I pulled out to show you my favorite knives of all time from previous years or whatever. This will become part of that group. Absolutely love Purple Rain. Absolutely love this one. It hurts that to let that one go, but it's part of the way I do things. So this one, we're gonna take it apart. We're gonna put some skiff bearings in it. 6mm bearing pivot with 1/16" balls. Ball count is 18 inches. 18 balls. Thickness is 0.050. Outside diameter is 0.492 inch. Inside diameter is 0.239 inch. These are bearings that you get for the Beg Lighter XLs from Skiff. Let's move the drawer out the way. And this one right here, this is one of my ones from last year. This is the one that I never carried. This is the Beg Lighter XL. This is a more expensive one with carbon fiber, marbled carbon fiber handle scales. And what I want to do is I want to swap the handle scales. The one I had like this before is the one that I modified with Skiff bearings and everything, and it was a beautiful knife, perfect knife. I decided to give that one to Lucky for a Christmas present. And so I decided I wanted to replace it because I absolutely love that knife. And I just wanted to make it a little bit different because I always thought about swapping the scales with the carbon fiber one I have. These are like $130 as opposed to like $90 or $85. These are like $85 and these are like $135. And the only difference is the scales, as far as I know. And the finishes and the scales. But you can see all the parts I was missing from the other one. I said I was missing the pivot and the plunger. Longest. It looks like I have all the screws, but I'm missing the pivot setup and the plunger setup. That's okay though, because I'm not going to use those parts anyway, unless I break something, which I know I'm not going to do. All right, so let's go ahead and start taking these apart. Let me see first. Move this stuff out the way. And we need a T6, and a T8, T8, okay. T6 for the pocket clip. Everything else T8 on this knife. There should be anyway. I'm taking that totally apart because I need the scales, the handle scales. So all the parts got to come out. Because normally I don't take these things apart that far. I only take them as far as I need to. But this one, we're totally taking the scales from this model and putting them on the other model. Those are loose because I can feel the what's the name just spinning. The barrel spacers. Okay. So it wanted me to take the barrel spacers and the screws totally out. That's what I just did. Don't want the spring to pop up. There, right in that position. Keep all these parts over here. I'm not swapping out these bearings. I'm gonna leave this one the same way. That one's gonna become a micarta handled one. I'm gonna put these handles in this one. Hope everybody had a great new year and nobody got in trouble or anything. And me and myself, I never go out on New Year's no more, like I used to when I was younger. I've had too many friends get in trouble, and I sort of learned my lesson from their getting in trouble. Because where I live, on New Year's, they have police stops and all sorts of stuff, so they're out there hunting for drunk drivers. So you don't want to go somewhere on New Year's and drink and get drunk and then try to drive home where I live. You're really risking a lot by doing that. Not a smart thing to do. Now New Year's, I like to get my little bit of party on. You know what I mean? So I'll stay home and get my party on where I can't get in trouble. Everything looks brand new in here. Nothing's ever been lubed or used. So this is a brand new knife, like the guy said. I can tell by just looking at all the parts. Make sure I got everything all. Spacers. These we're going to swap out. Absolutely love these bearings. These bearings work perfectly in these knives. I know Lucky's probably enjoying his. I really like the ones with the black blades. I like the stonewash black blade. This is the way I do it. I put a little bit of coating on the bearings, not a whole lot, just a little tiny coat. Okay. I need to use my other knife here for a reference real quick, so I know which side is which and which side all the parts go on to. Okay. So the pivot goes to the other side. Okay. Here's my pivot. There we go. D shape goes upwards. Drop of lube. Just a drop. That's all you need, just a drop. Well, I really like the way these bearings fit in. They fit in here perfectly. It's like a perfect fit. Little drop. That's all done. I'll dump the lube. Oh, I know what I should have did first. I should have put one of these scales on first. Let me see. This one goes on. Here. See if I can do it with. Oh, I gotta take it all the way apart. My bag. I should have been paying attention to what I was doing. It's already been lubed, so you don't need to lube it. Absolutely love these bag lighters, people. This has become one of my favorite knives, period. Out of all my knives, I really like it. And I was liking the smaller ones with the 3.5-inch blades, you know, the smaller Plunge-Locks that have been coming from China. They make a lot of them that are really nice knives, but I just like the bigger knife. I like having the bigger knife, me myself. It's just my personal preference. Doesn't mean anything. It's just what I like. I like to lube my spring. It also helps it when you assemble it into the springs lube because it stays in one place. There we go. Clean up everything. Don't want any lint sticking to any of that stuff. Now it's all downhill. Rock solid. Button stick's going. Awesome. A little fine tuning. Oh, I gotta put the pocket clip on. Let's do that first. Make sure I'm putting it on the right side here. Yep, that's the right side. Oh, that looks good. Okay, let's tune it up, fine tune it. There. Just a little bit loose. That might be too tight. Perfect. Oh man. I love it, people. There it is. The all murdered out Big Lighter XL with marble carbon fiber scales. It's a first. That's my new knife, my first knife for 2023. It's the first knife for 2023. I will be carrying this every day. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, let's put the other one back together. That came out perfect. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, that looks nice. I really like the way that looks. That's all me there. I liked it with the McCarter scales too, though. I like the flashy scales too, but it's just that for work knife, you know, because this is for me, this is a work knife, not a knife that I carry around on a motorcycle. Those knives are usually my cold steels. That's usually when I take out the triads. The work I like, using my Dimcos and knives like this. You know, like my Kaiser Begleiter XL has actually become my favorite work knife. And the reason why is because it does everything I need a knife to do. And it does it very well. I think it's an excellent knife. And I would highly recommend it to anybody who wants, is considering getting one. I would say it's an excellent choice. This is going to look nice with these scales on it too, I can tell already. Because it looks nice already. I think it looks better. And what gave me the idea to do this one, because the other one, with the red micarta, I think it was, and the other one with the tan micarta, they had these type of scales. And so I thought, the gray micartas would look good with these scales too. And I never did really think that black carbon fiber looked good with the shiny hardware. It always seemed like it should have been on that blade to me. Especially if it's the most expensive blade, with all the finishes and everything on it. The most expensive blade that it should have should be the one with all the finishes on it, not ones that are just polished and satin finish. This kind of polish is a nice polish, but satin polish is not really a big deal. Now, what am I doing here? I'm putting on let's keep it all with the original parts. These are the parts for this knife. These go over here. This one's not one I'm carrying, so I'm not going to even lube it or anything. I'm just putting it together. Pretty much the way it originally came. The ones I carry are the ones I lube. Or now I try to keep things pretty much like they were, from the factory. Spring's a little bit harder to put in without the lube. got it. Got it on the first try. All right. It feels like it wants to pop out. Let's get started. Yeah, pull it back on place. Excellent knife. Excellent knife. Excellent knife. Excellent knife. The reason why I hold sideways is because I like to screw these in just until they go flush, and I stop. That's why I'm looking to see if it's flush. Sweet. Okay, let's loosen it up, and we're doing the final adjustment on it. Right there. Back it off just a touch. Oh man, these are such beautiful knives. And here's this one. How do y'all like that coloring? That goes together really nice. I think I like this one better like this. And I actually think it looks nice. Looks more like a knife I'd want to use. This is my other one that I carried all the time last year. This one and the black one, when I gave to Lucky, were the two that I carried all the time last year. This one has been carried since I made it into Purple Rain. I've been carrying it pretty much every day. Here's the new one. That's the new one, people. That's the one for this year. This will probably be the only one I get for this year. Because I have 3 of them now, so I don't need any more. I absolutely love them. Unless they come out with something with like a fancy steel or titanium handles or something like that. That'll make me get another one. But they'd have to come out with something, really spectacular for me to want to get another one. All right, people. Well, that's it for this one. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great New Year. You had a great New Year's Eve. I hope nobody got in trouble. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everybody's doing good. Here they are. Marble carbon fiber.